In this video, I'm going to be giving you a complete guide to everything in the second sea, as well as some tips and tricks to help you get to the third one as fast as possible. So soon as you enter the second sea, you're going to be introduced to a place called the Kingdom of Rose, and here you actually have two different quest givers. The first one is for the Raider. This is a level 700 enemy. It has a total of 6,500 HP and does around 234 damage per hit. As far as its weapon goes, it's not that powerful, but it is really strong and does a lot of damage. The rewards for finishing the quest for the Raiders is 8,750,000 XP along with 10,250 belly. Next up, we got the Mercenaries. These NPCs are level 725. They have a total of 6,725 health each, and they do around 342 damage per hit. And once you complete the quest for these guys, you get 9,750,000 XP, along with 10,500 belly. Next up, we got the boss for the first quest, and this is the Diamond Boss. And obviously, don't confuse it with the Diamond Fruit, it's literally a boss. This boss has a total of 43,750 HP, and does around 100 to 500 damage per attack. If you finish the quest for this guy, you get 12,500,000 XP along with 25,000 belly. So that's a pretty good amount for starting off in the second sea. So moving on to the next quest giver, the first quest he gives you is the SWAN Pirate. Each SWAN Pirate has a total of 7,000 HP and they deal around 366 damage per hit. And they also have an attack which deals 400, so these guys are pretty powerful. To accept the quest for these guys, you have to be at least level 775, and the rewards for the quest is 11,500,000 XP along with 10,750 belly. Next NPCs are called the Factory Staff. Each one has a total of 7,400 HP and does around 648 damage per hit, which is really overpowered. To accept the quest for these guys, you have to be at least level 800, and once you kill them, you get a total of 13 million XP along with 11,000 belly. Oh, can you believe every NPC I've mentioned so far is located on one massive island? That's pretty crazy. And we got another boss, and this guy's called Jeremy. The Jeremy boss is level 850. This guy has a total of 34,250 health, and he does around 975 to 1,100 damage per hit. Once you finish the quest for him though, you get a total of 16 million XP along with 25,000 belly. He also has a 10% chance of dropping you the black spiky coat, which is a pretty decent accessory to start off with in the second sea. Alright, the next island you move on to in the second sea is called the Green Zone, and you literally cannot miss it. It's literally a huge island with a bunch of vines sprouting from it, and these vines are massive. So the first NPCs you're going to be fighting on this island are the Marine Lieutenants, and to fight these guys you have to be at least level 875. Each of these guys has a total of 7,775 HP, and they do around 410 damage per hit. And the rewards after completing this quest is 15 million XP along with 11,250 belly. Next up, we got the Marine Captains, and they're just a stronger version of the Lieutenants. They literally use the same swords as well. Each of these guys has a total of 8,500 health, and they deal around 614 to 683 damage. And to accept the quest for these guys, you have to be at least level 900. And the reward for completing the quest is 16,500,000 XP along with 11,500 belly. Then we got the boss of the Green Zone, Vegeta. Vegeta is a pretty overpowered boss for starting off in the second sea. This guy has a total of 40,000 health, and he does around 1,000 to 1,100 damage per hit. He also has two of the moves of the old Gravity Fruit. He has the Gravity Push ability, and he has the Meteor Rain. And Meteor Rain, in my opinion, is the more annoying one to deal with. He just spawns in a bunch of meteors all around you, and they're pretty hard to dodge. But that's it for the Green Zone. Let's go to the next island. So the next island we're going on to is the Graveyard Island, and this island is for people that go from level 950 to 1,000. The first quest you accept at this area is for zombies. To fight them, you have to be at least level 950, and the quest is to defeat 8 of them. And you literally can't miss them. I mean, they look pretty zombie-like. And each zombie has a total of 8,550 HP, and they do around 320 damage per hit. Once you complete the quest, you get a total of 11,750 belly along with 9 million XP. Moving on, we got the Vampires, and to fight these guys, you have to be at least level 975. And the rewards for killing these guys is 20,500,000 XP along with 12,000 bellies, and they are pretty strong for this island. But that's pretty much it for the Graveyard. Literally just 2 NPCs that you gotta fight. Moving on to the next island, this one is called the Snow Mountain, and it's a huge mountain filled with snow. And on this place, you also got 2 different quests, and the first one is for the Snow Troopers. The Snow Troopers are pretty strong warriors that each have 10,000 HP, and they do around 600 damage per hit. And the weapons they use are dual katanas, so be prepared when you fight them. But if you got the chop food, you got nothing to worry about. To accept the quest for these guys, you have to be at least level 1,000, and once you finish that, you get 22,500,000 XP, along with 12,250 belly. Next NPCs here are the Winter Warriors, and these guys use the basic combat style to fight, but don't let that fool you, they're really powerful. Each one has 9,550 HP and they do 425 damage per hit. And to fight these guys, it's recommended to be at least level 1050. The rewards for killing all of them is 24 million XP along with 12,500 belly. And that's it for the Snow Mountain. Let's go to the next one. Next island, or islands I should say, is the hot and cold. And the reason I said islands is because the island is pretty huge and it's split into a hot and a cold side. Thus the name, hot and cold. But starting off, we got the ice quest giver, and this is the first quest giver that you have to head to. And the first NPCs you fight are lab subordinates. To fight these guys, you have to be at least level 1100, and these guys use a pipe as their weapon. Not that strong. But once you finish the quest for these guys, you get 25,500,000 XP along with 12,250 belly. Next, we got the horned warriors, and to fight these guys, you have to be at least level 1125. Once you complete the quest for these guys, you get 27 million XP along with 12,500 belly. And these guys use the ice fruit as their weapon. And finally, we got another boss, and this guy's called the Smoke Admiral. To fight him, you have to be at least level 1150. And obviously, he uses the smoke fruit along with the Jite sword. And once you complete the quest for this guy, you get a total of 32,500,000 XP along with 20,000 belly. Now let's move on to the hot side of the hot and cold island. The first NPCs we got are the magma ninjas, and to fight these guys, you have to be at least level 1175. And the weapons these guys use is a dual-headed blade. And the amount of XP you get from completing this quest is 29 million, so you get a butt ton. And along with 12,250 belly. Next up, we got the lava pirates, and to fight these guys, it's recommended to be at least level 1200. And for completing the quest for these dudes, you get a total of 31 million XP along with 12,500 belly. And these guys use the magma fruit as their weapon. And that's it for the hot and cold islands. Now we're moving on to a place called the Curse Ship. This is the first location that's actually inside a building. And the Curse Ship is recommended for levels 1250 to 1350. And the first NPCs you fight when you get here are the ship deckhand. These guys each have a total of 11,550 HP and they do around 675 damage per hit. That makes them pretty powerful. And for the quest, you gotta defeat 8 of them. Once you complete that, you get 12,250 belly along with 33 million XP. Next NPCs we got are the ship engineers. And to fight these guys, it's recommended to be at least level 1275. And you gotta defeat 8 of them for the quest. And once you complete that, you get 12,500 belly along with 35,500,000 XP. And that's it for the first quest giver here, but there's another one. And for this one, you gotta fight the ship stewards. And to fight these guys, it's recommended to be at least level 1300. Each of the ship stewards have a total of 12,100 HP, and they do around 965 damage per hit, which makes them pretty overpowered. But once you complete the quest for these guys, you get 12,250 belly along with 37,500,000 XP. Next up, we got the ship officers, and these guys are also pretty strong. Each of them have 12,325 HP, and they do around 1,000 damage per hit. But once you complete the quest for these guys, you get 12,500 belly along with 39,500,000 XP. That definitely makes it worth it. And we also got a boss on the ship who's called the Cursed Captain, but he only has a 1 out of 3 chance to spawn every night at the ship. That makes this guy really hard to farm. And that's pretty much it for the Cursed Ship. Let's go to the next location. Next location we're moving on to is called the Ice Castle, and this is for people that are from level 1350 to 1425. And the first NPCs on this island are the Arctic Warriors. Each of these guys has a total of 12,550 HP and they do around 300 to 500 damage per hit. That seems like pretty low damage, but trust me, they attack pretty fast. Once you complete the quest for these guys, you get 12,250 belly along with 41 million XP. Next NPCs are called the Snow Lurkers. And don't let the fact that these guys use no weapons fool you. They deal a butt ton of damage. And once you complete the quest for them, you get 12,500 belly along with 43 million XP. You got another NPC, and the Awakened Ice Admiral himself. And obviously he uses the Awakened Ice Fruit. And not only that, he can use a total of 3 abilities from that fruit. And this boss is probably one of the most annoying bosses to fight just because of its freeze ability, and you literally can't move once you get caught in it. He also drops the hidden key and the library key, which are pretty useful for getting stuff like the Rengoku sword and Death Step. But once you complete the quest for this guy, you get 20,000 belly along with 45 million XP. And that's it for this island. Next island on the list is the Skull Island, and this is a final island for this second sea. First NPCs you encounter at this place are the Sea Soldiers, and once you defeat 8 of them, you get a total of 12,250 belly along with 47 million XP. But that's going to be pretty difficult considering the fact that each one of them has 13,000 to 15,000 HP, and they do around 681 damage per hit. And they also have a chance of dropping mystic droplets, which come in handy for later. Next NPCs are called the water fighters, and these guys all use water kung fu to fight, making them pretty powerful. Once you complete the quest for them, you get 12,500 belly along with 49 million XP. And next up, we got the final boss for the second sea, the Tidekeeper himself. Tidekeeper is a really overpowered boss. He has a total of 100,000 health, and he does around 1,675 damage per hit. He uses the Dragon Trident as a weapon, and he literally spawns in his sea beast to attack you. And to be honest, that's the most annoying part. Like, I can handle one boss, but a whole sea beast? Bro, nah. But once you defeat him, you get 12,500 belly along with 51 million XP, making this whole quest worth it.